I just went to Goodwill and bought a bunch of garbage, and I thought this would be very interesting to show off. The first item that I picked up that made me want to do this was this audio disc called Mother-Daughter Wisdom. I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but just the thought of a 20-something guy buying audio disc called Mother-Daughter Wisdom just was hilarious, so I had to pick it up. And I did listen to the first disc out of 5. I can definitely say I'm not the target audience for this. The first bit of it was talking about the relationship mothers and daughters have, and it's like, okay, if you're into that, you know, that's cool. And then the last bit of it was talking about, like, how to become more fertile to have a child easier. It was kind of not for me, but, like, I could see why someone would like this. So I promise I'll be getting to more interesting items soon. But I bought this Japanese to English and English to Japanese translation book. Seemed pretty cool, but I don't think I'm ever really gonna use it, so I don't really know why I bought it, honestly. The next item that I have is this CD called 15-Minute Japanese. I listened to a little bit of it, and it seemed pretty cool, but it seemed like you're supposed to read along with the little book that came inside of it, and I didn't do that. It was kind of cool, though, that it at least seemed like all the voices in the CD were native speakers, or at least could replicate a native accent. Next up, we have Workday Die Workin', and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this just looks like a German encyclopedia, and that's pretty boring, so I'm just gonna move on. This is finally when more games will start showing up. Up next, we have a DVD game called Would You Rather, and there seems to be these weird cards in there that have an A and a B on them. I'm not really quite sure what they're used for, but maybe it'll make sense when I start playing. I'm actually only playing by myself, so I'm gonna have to click 2 people and I'll pretend to be 2 people.
Would you rather see the world in Atari 2600 graphic quality, or in the perspective and outlook of the most jaded Hollywood agent in America?
I guess A?
It's a tricky choice to make, but it's been decided. Now it's over to you guys to see if you can guess the outcome. Get your cards down now.
Oh, that's what the cards are for. Why is this lagging so much? Do DVD games normally lag this much? Did it crash? Maybe it has a scratch on it. I'm not actually sure. It looks like it crashed, but honestly, would you rather questions are quite boring. I only showed 1 question even though it asked 2 because you get this game when you see the first question. I guess it's on to the next one now. The brain game just looks like another DVD game, except it's a quiz this time. I guess we'll go and check it out now. Playing the brain game. It's on DVD. I'm playing it through VLC.
Use your mind's eye, and without touching the TV, find your way out of the maze. Score 3 points for the correct answer.
Oh, what am I supposed to do? I mean, there's 3. Do I start from here? Because you can just go there, right? So it's C.
If you pick C as the correct exit, you score the points.
Okay, so 9, 5, or 2. It's not 9. Yeah, so it's 5. It's B. The brain game was just super boring. I cut out like 99% of what I recorded. My big problem with it is that they give you way too little time to solve the problems, and they also just poorly explain how to solve them. We got Red Steel 2 next. I've heard many things about this game, that it uses the Wii Motion Plus pretty well, and it's one of the only games to actually use it. I had pretty high hopes for this, and I'm gonna go about playing it now. Is this gameplay? Am I playing the game, or is this a cutscene? I believe this is a cutscene. Yeah, this is pretty great for a Wii if this is running in engine, which I doubt, but this is a pretty long intro cutscene.
I'm gonna cut your throat with your own katana.
That voice acting.
Ain't that poetic?
I'm gonna cut your throat with your own katana. Gun. I'm not sure how I feel about these controls. Just feels very odd. So used to super high field of views that it's very difficult playing this. Save the old man. What old man? Wait, what's happening here? Why aren't I playing this? Why is this a cutscene? Now, this game is actually pretty good. I could totally imagine myself playing this in the future. But personally, as someone who likes their field of view higher than their IQ, I found it pretty difficult to play, and it just has a control scheme that will take quite a while to get used to. You know, I did get to the part where you get a sword, but honestly, that footage was quite boring, so I cut it out. Up next, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Wii. I'm cautiously optimistic about this game. It might just be a kind of basic action game for children. That is my hope. Okay. What, is this like a Crash Bandicoot-like game, or what? What, is this just a platformer? Like kind of a 2.5D platformer, or are we gonna get some action?
Coins are a currency that allows you to buy many interesting things. But to do so, you must first complete your mission, and then replay it.
Why would you do that? Why would you have to buy things? Why would you need to replay the mission? Okay, is there gonna be any action, or is it all platforming? Oh, is that someone to fight? What is that? I feel like this does like no damage. I don't want to fight anymore, guys. The combat's just waggle the Wiimote. As a kid, I would have thought this game was awesome, but as an adult, I can say that the controls can be a little funky, but never unplayably so, and it does have quite a lot of excessive waggle. You need to waggle the Wiimote to attack enemies, and now that I'm older, I'm no longer 10 years old, a waggle kinda hurts my wrist a little bit. If I was 10 years old, I would have fell in love with this game, I can say for sure. I'm covering this up because there's a name and phone number written in Sharpie on this. But next up, we have Jillian Michaels' Fitness Ultimatum 2009. I've never heard anything good about this game, so I'm excited to play it.
You do know whose game you're playing, right? This is a Jillian Michaels game.
Oh, is this another not widescreen Wii game? Why are some Wii games just not widescreen? Ooh, I can create a character like Yellow, like he just peed himself.
Excellent. Guess what's coming your way? A new tip.
Oh, a new tip. What is it? New tip? New tip. What's the tip? Proper breathing technique. Hey, I've seen Demon Slayer.
Proper breathing is one
I
of
know
the
how to
most
breathe.
important components
I've also
in
seen
your workout.
JoJo.
Don't
I'm an expert
hold
at
your breath
breathing,
when you're
okay?
exercising.
What do I do? I missed. How do I fire? Come on. How do I do this? Why is this not working? I hit one! So you guys know how this game works. It's not a very good Wii game. It has awful motion controls. It was honestly quite boring to play and to watch, so I only left one minigame in, but the rest of them were either boring or just as awful. Next up is the Black Eyed Peas experience on the Wii. It looks like a dancing game, and honestly, I don't remember who the Black Eyed Peas are. I might just know the way their songs sound rather than the actual titles of their songs, so I guess I'll find out. So I actually don't know anything about the Black Eyed Peas. Maybe if you played a song, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know that song, but I could not name a single song they made. I guess I'll just dance. Oh, it's Dirty Bit. Ooh, this song seems kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do in all these kind of blank spaces. It says I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. The last time I played a dancing game, honestly, might have been, like, 6th grade. I don't know how many years ago that was, but, oh, I'm 20, so, you know, just do the math. Oh, that song's made by the Black Eyed Peas. Okay. I had to mute the music because of YouTube stuff, but, you know, this is just a dancing game. Turns out I only recognized one of the songs they had there. If you like dancing games and the Black Eyed Peas, pick it up. If not, don't. So next up, we got Smarty Pants for the Wii. Trivia fun for everyone. I guess I'll play solo because I'm just by myself. I'll play fast because I want to get this over with. These all look interesting. I mean, I guess this guy... I mean, all of them look like their noses are just painted on their face and not actually sticking out. But I feel like this guy, you can like really tell his nose is painted on his face.
Solo mode doesn't save your progress, so it's just for practice.
If it doesn't save your progress, then what's the point? I don't know. A child. Who voiced Dory in Finding Nemo? Isn't it Ellen DeGeneres?
Science!
What is a hurricane called in the South Pacific? A typhoon.
Exactly! Games!
What weapon in the PC game Half-Life 2 allows the player to pick up and manipulate objects? Grab...
4 in a row!
Would someone who plays this type of game even know what Half-Life 2 is?
Here are your results.
Is that a Fortnite dance? This is a trivia game that was designed for multiple people to play. You can play single player, but that was not their priority when designing the game. Though honestly, I wouldn't recommend you picking up this game because there's probably a million free apps that do the same thing on your phone. Next we got the Leap TV. It's a little console for children. It has these weird controllers. The sticks and buttons don't really feel good. It can also slide for some reason, not really sure why. It has 2 of those controllers, has a charging cable, and it's got a console. You know, it has the power and reset buttons there. And it has 1 game, Kart Racing Supercharged. It looks like a pretty normal game at first, but then if you turn it over, you can see that the entire cartridge is just a micro SD card, which is pretty hilarious to me, so that's why I picked it up. It has pretty standard ports at the back for what you would expect, and it has this little stand. You kind of just slap it on the console. Yeah, also beneath the box, I didn't know this, but it has a camera in there, and I actually recorded the footage before opening up this box on the camera. And I didn't know that there was a camera in there, and I didn't get much footage out of it, but there's other reasons why I also didn't get much footage out of it that I'll explain later. You know, I actually have no idea why it's not going through to my monitor, but I can see my capture card. So I'm just gonna play with a little bit of a delay. Honestly, I don't think that'll make much of a difference. I feel this controller feels kind of Joy-Con drifty. Yeah, these controllers have some like drift or something. I don't know. God, I'm getting angry at a console made for babies. Why would I want a camera? The drift on this controller is so bad.
Peeks.
Play. Just play.
Super sneak peek.
I don't have a camera. Well, this console might be fine for children if it works, but for some reason my controller had so much Joy-Con drift that it made it literally impossible to put any information in it. It asks for your birthday. Luckily it doesn't really care when you were born, so I just put all of the same number in it. It thinks I was born in 0000 because it was actually impossible to put my correct birth date in. It's also impossible to select a game with the severe drift that it has. And I didn't have the camera plugged in, but if I did, I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to play the game anyway because of the drift. So we have this game called Ultimate Football 95. As you can see, very high specs, very modern game. I wasn't actually able to get this to work on my computer for some reason, so I'm gonna have to just show some video I found on YouTube, link in the description to the footage that I took. Comes with the disc, comes with some sort of technical support, hint line. I don't really know why you'd need a hint line for a football game, you know? I guess you can also like mail them for some reason. I'm not really sure why you would do that. And then as a franchise football league fantasy football journal, I don't know anything about fantasy football, This could be really cool or really lame, I don't know. And then it just has the manual. But yeah, this whole thing was originally covered in like plastic. I think it was unopened, but I took the plastic off, recorded me showing all the items, and then realized that it looked kind of garbage, so I redid it. And then now here's the footage of the game. I don't really know anything about football or football games. I mean, if you're into this, you might like it, but I'm not really into it, so I'll never look at this again. So up next, we got The Biggest Loser on the Wii. I've never seen the show that this is based on, so I hope that I don't need knowledge of the show to enjoy the game. Oh my god, Biggest Loser save data isn't present. I gotta change that. Why are some of these Wii games, like, not in widescreen? You know, this person kind of looks like Michelle Obama, so I'm picking her. Is there no option for gaining weight? I want to be thick. I don't know what any of this is. I'm just pressing buttons until gameplay starts. Okay.
You're leading the
Oh
pack
wow.
right now. Great work.
I guess I'm the best.
Round 2.
Oh no, I have to do this again? No. Oh wow, you can really easily just like manipulate this. Wow, I'm just shaking it in my hand. Wow, that was exhilarating, all that shaking the Wiimote in my hand.
No way, you just needed
Okay, it might have actually just been faster to put it in my pocket like I'm supposed to. So The Biggest Loser isn't great, but if you're a fan of the show and need an excuse to exercise, this might be for you. So it looks like we got movie games next. There's 20 minigames, and this just looks like a bad minigame collection on the Wii. I'm not excited to play this whatsoever. Is that a Fortnite dance? I am alone, so I'm playing alone. How fast do you have to waggle this? At what point do you win? Oh my gosh! Communication with the Wiimote has been interrupted. That's just not fair. They're just playing in their boat and I shot them. I don't know why some shots are making me lose points while some I gain. His arms aren't connected to his torso. This is like one of those match 3 games. You know, like Bejeweled or something. Except not as good. Movie games was really bad. It was either waggle the Wiimote or point at the screen and hit A on all the enemies. There was one good minigame though, which was the Bejeweled clone, and that was just fine, but honestly it makes me want to go and play Bejeweled or a game like Bejeweled instead of play that game more. This is the second to last item that I have for today, and it's 90 great games on the Wii. It looks like a horrendous minigame collection.
Here we go!
Okay, so I guess they separate them. I'll try a couple from each, I guess.
Select your character.
Who do I want to be? For some reason, she gives me the vibe of there's like someone pointing a gun to her head and telling her to act like kind of vaguely happy, and I don't know, I vibe with that. How to play during the course, shake the Wii remote vertically. Oh. Look, that dude kind of looks like a Jotaro without a hat. Like that scene from part 5 where you see Jotaro briefly. What? Why am I not? What? It said shake to run. I'm shaking. How come I'm barely moving? What? I was tilting it. I literally tilted it the opposite direction. What? 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 This just doesn't work. I don't know why it's sometimes doesn't work. I don't get this. Why? What was I supposed to do? Am I gonna be the only one that has 0 points? Why is it running now when before, was it B to jump? Or was it A? I don't remember. Why is it not running now? It worked fine before. Why is it not working now? I'm shaking as hard as I can. Like, why am I not running? On. If this isn't the worst game by far, then I'm terrified of what to expect next. The motion controls just didn't work most of the time, and a lot of the games took 3 times as long as they should have. I did play more mini games, but I cut them out because I felt that what I showed was enough to get the gist of this game. If you want to ruin your child's day, just give them this game. Last and hopefully not least, we got Family Game Night 4, the game show. This looks like just another minigame collection on the Wii. I hope I can get through this, because I don't actually know of the Family Game show lore. I haven't played 1 through 3, so this might not make any sense, you know. I don't know how to play this game, they haven't told me. Wait, what team am I? Oh, this is really sucks. Now they stopped showing me the controls.
Oh, you bumped it. You should have whacked it.
I guess I should have whacked it, you know. This isn't even hard, it's just not recognizing the movement that I'm doing.
Twist it.
Is that me? Or is that the AI? Oh, what? You aim with the pointer? That's awful. Do I have to just re-roll the ones I meant to keep? Oh well, I guess. I guess I won. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying to get matching dice. What? That's not even where I pointed. But that's not where I aimed. That's not where I'm aiming. This is the worst game by far. I don't feel like I really have control over much.
That was a huge collision.
What am I doing? Yort? Commit? Oh, I have to make a word. A-R-T. Wait, what's that word mean? What's Tau? What is Tau? I think I might actually dislike this game more than the previous game. The motion controls didn't work, and I could at least give the game the benefit of the doubt that there was 90 games, and I played like maybe 10 of them, so maybe I just played all the bad ones. But this game, there's only 5, and they were all either bad or just really boring. They were just watered down versions of the board game they were based on. You would have a much better time just buying one of the board games this is based on rather than any of the games that are included in this game as a whole. This looks like the last thing I bought from Goodwill. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe.